With the US troops pulling out of Afghanistan after 20 years, the Taliban has now unleashed its brutality. On your screen are scary visuals of a man hanging from a Black Hawk chopper hovering over Kandahar. Remember, the Taliban have acquired the Black Hawk chopper left behind by the US Army. But this is just one glimpse of mayhem unleashed by the Taliban. Shortly after taking over Kabul airport, Taliban were caught on camera firing celebratory shots in the air. There are also visuals of Taliban soldiers of the Badri 313 unit storming the tarmac. Tuesday marks the last date of US troops withdrawing from the Afghan soil, ending a 20-year-long rule. Geeta, clearly worst fears confirmed as the Taliban take over and the US troops pull out. No delay, no extension of that deadline. It's clearly over to the Taliban.
It is, and no words indeed to explain what is really happening to the Afghans who cannot leave the country. The visuals that we've seen through the morning, whether it is a fearful lot in Afghanistan who do not know whether if their money is safe, their future is safe, their kids are safe. Now we are seeing persecution that has begun in many quarters, not just the visual of that helicopter, but also some videos emerging of how there were night searchers immediately as the last American plane, the C-17, left Afghan soil. And persecution began. So there is a lot of fear amongst the Afghan population as to how they would be dealt with and dealt by the Taliban or the Taliban administration. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education there has already put out an order saying that everybody has to get back to work when it comes to the education sector. And when asked if women would be allowed to come back to work, they said yes, all of them have to, but within the ambit and realm of Sharia. So again, we do not know what that really means and how that is going to work out or pan out in the coming days. But the international community completely monitoring the situation. India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has constituted a high-level group with National Security Advisor Jay Shankar, the External Affairs Minister, and senior officials from the security establishment, RAW, IB, as also the Afghan division in the Ministry of External Affairs. All of them monitoring the situation. Evacuation is a prime concern for all those countries whose nationals are still left behind, as also evacuation of Afghans who want to leave the country. Remember, Biden has a lot to answer. He will be addressing the people today around 11 p.m. India time, 1:30 p.m. In the United States of America, when maybe the first touchdown of these C-17s would take place, and that's when there is a lot of answering that he will be doing. But the fact of the matter is that there's a lot of criticism for Biden in the manner in which Biden administration has handled evacuation and troop withdrawal.
All right, Geeta, thanks so much for bringing us up to speed with what's happening on ground there in Afghanistan. The Taliban now in full control of Kabul airport after the last US plane left the country. Fighters of Taliban's Badri 313 unit, equipped with looted American equipment, boots and body armor, were seen taking over the tarmac at the Hamid Karzai International Airport. Top commanders of Taliban, Zabiullah Mujahid and Anas Haqqani, are now in Kabul. They visited the airport to take stock of what's been left behind by the US military. However, Americans have disabled scores of aircraft and armored vehicles, as well as a high-tech rocket defense system at the airport before leaving. Kabul airport was on the globe's watch for the last 2 weeks. It was the only way out of the war-torn country. Thousands of Afghans besieged the airport, some falling to their deaths after desperately hanging on to the side of an American C-17 military aircraft. Last week, an Islamic State suicide attack at an airport gate killed at least 169 Afghans and 13 US service members.
As an Afghan, I'm proud of this moment. We were waiting this moment throughout 20 years, and we believe that Allah will give us that opportunity, and today is, alhamdulillah, it's time for us to celebrate our liberty. But a lot of problems as well. We are trying our best to reactivate the airport, because you guys have seen that the Americans destroyed everything. So we are trying to reactivate the airport as soon as possible. but it will take a while.